Hey, how's it going? Been a long day. I just want to get on Prodigy and connect with some friends on the bulletin boards. We got clubs and stuff. And maybe play a game of Man Maze. Unfortunately, I forgot my login information and I don't have a phone line connected to the modem. And the Prodigy service is no longer available. Well, I'm sure there's other things we can do on this IBM PS1. Let's take a look. I got an IBM PS1 back in 1990. My mother and I went to Sears, and they had a computer center, and they were showcasing this computer. It's model 2011. It came with 30 megabyte hard drive, um, I believe 512 kilobytes of RAM, maybe a megabyte of RAM. I'm not positive. Anyway, that's this model here, and as you can see, this is the main interface. It's four main menus, and if we click on information, we have four options. On other IBM PS1 computers, sometimes there's more options than these four right here. But the user hub was basically a service from IBM and Prodigy for PS1 owners to connect with each other. The sign-on screen is no different than the Prodigy sign-on screen, which I will show you in a moment. And yes, that is the sound of the computer, the fan. Very loud. The IBM PS1 2011 model, and I believe a few other models, had a what some would perceive as a design flaw, which is the power supply was built into the monitor. So in order for this thing to power up, you would have to have this particular monitor to connect to the memory module down below, to the computer itself, in other words. Without this monitor, you won't be able to power it up. It's not unlike the problem with the Coleco Atom computer, where you need a printer to be able to turn it on. Without the printer, you can't power on the Atom. Software that came with it, again, besides the online information. You also got Microsoft Word, which included database creator, word processor, and communications, and spreadsheets. The communications application was interesting because you use that to connect directly to other computers. I know I have done that once with a friend of mine at school, in high school. I believe we were freshmen. We connected and we were somehow chatting back and forth. For me, it was mind-blowing and exciting. I thought, wow, I get the future in my hands. And this is back in 1991. This was going on. Anyway, so this also includes an IBM DOS. Let's show you that. Again, it's a GUI. It uses a mouse. However, if you want the DOS prompt, the command prompt, you can have it. And there you go. And if you want to find the software installed in your computer, you can go right down here. And you can see I got Larry, Vet, and again, Promenade, which is basically a precursor to AOL. Anyway, the IBM PS1 was the successor to the PC Junior and was a precursor or predecessor to the Aptiva line, which I also had. As I mentioned before, there were several models of the IBM PS1. There was this one right here, which basically gave you the ability to expand it, add more memory, etc. And then this one included a 5.25-inch disk drive for those people who didn't want to let go of their older software. And then later on, they made what was called the IBM PS1 Consultant, which came with Windows 3 or 3.1 pre-installed. My mother, believe it or not, used that for work at home. So we had that in the house as well. Now, the IBM PS1 also had a printer. Right, it's a PS1 branded printer. Unfortunately, this one no longer works. I'm sorry I have to cut this short, but here's a couple of things I want you to look at. The first being the IBM PS1 pricing guide, and the second is a list from Wikipedia of the different models of the IBM PS1.